feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
To throw, it's Dalton. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A first down for the offense. Give to the running back. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Cowboy! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to throw, it's Dalton. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
To the air on first down. He finds his man. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Now on 2nd down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Green Wave!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UCF pulled into town on a mission, and they're hightailing it out of here with a huge win. Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered. And that's precisely what the Knights did. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Single back formation, and they give it to it. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They'll try the right side. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And a nice job by the offense, picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
On third and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Open space at the 25. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Cowboys! Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. So a drive there of 85 yards. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Throws for the tight end. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
The give to the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
They're strong, and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And now they regain the lead.
Well, it's a good news, bad news scenario. You got the pick, and you would have liked to have paid that off with a touchdown, but because the drive stalls out, they're still happy to get the field goal.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive, Dave.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll give it to the back. And how about that interior deep? Nothing to run for nothing.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Dalton. Quarterback extends the play. He's got it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. It was just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
At the 45 on his way. He's got 69 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They're getting this guy lathered up. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Slings it downfield. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it. The second down coming.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They feed him again. At the 35, he's open. Off he goes. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Michigan State dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you harken back to those Connor Cook-led Sparty teams that won Big Ten titles in 2013 and 2015. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Looking downfield, it's Dalton. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Leaves it with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tulane right back to the line. On 2nd down, he'll fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Get set.
From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab over the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They want to throw it. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane. Lining up to add another. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid.
Hit the afterburners, kid. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Deep shot for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. So what do they have for third and short from their own 23? The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. The throw to the outside is complete. Smashes ahead. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And as a defense, how... is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll run it from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Complete downfield. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This area. And no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Cowboys are on the move. The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground. A 6-yard run in the red zone down to the 11.
And a nice job. Finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be king too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it. It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Tripped up for the tackle.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. Good, right down the boulevard. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Wants to throw on third. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long drive together, get points, multiple possessions in a row, start to let those body blows add up and wear this defense out.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Quickly complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On second down, just keeps firing. Finds his target down the middle. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Ron.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one. After
getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's Dalton. Pressure coming. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the third play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Here comes the offense on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Dalton. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
They'll go to the air on third and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Fuller. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. You can score a touchdown. This thing's basically over. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State! And they take it in for 6 more points. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Ready to try the point after. And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Syracuse had an impressive showing at home, and I know the fans inside the Dome are ready for hoops, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Offense in an empty set. Comes out throwing on first down. Getting some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And apparently oblivious to the concept of the play clock, it's another delay of game penalty. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Dalton. They're trying to get to it. Got his man downfield. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play.